Hi Cliff fans and welcome to another one of my top 10s, another Cliff poll, and today I'm going to count down my top 10 favourite Cliff Richard songs of the 1970s. And yeah, a couple of weeks ago I'd done the 60s, and a couple of weeks before that I'd done the 1950s. So today I'm going to count down just my favourite, could be your favourites too, but my favourite Cliff Richard songs of the 1970s. So at number 10, I have a song that came from a movie soundtrack, and it was the soundtrack to the only movie Cliff made in the 1970s, Take Me High. And the song I have at number 10 is Life, but I think any of the songs on this album could have made my top 10 because I just love every single song. All the songs were written by a guy called Tony Cole, and it was I think it was I was debating whether it be to pick Life or Midnight Blue because I think I like them ones the best, but I went with Life because I absolutely love that one. That one comes on when I play the CD. So Life, number 10. So number 9, I have a song that it isn't really up until that point. I don't think Cliff recorded anything like it before, which is probably why I feel it's a bit unusual. I don't think many people would have this in their top 10 Cliff polls, but I have it at number 10. At number 9, and it is a song called Under Lock and Key, and it came from an album called Green Light, and the album was released in 1978, and I don't think any of the songs that were released from the album were big hits. Please Remember Me and the title song Green Light, they were released as singles, but I don't think they were big hits. So yeah, but I think my favourite song on the album is a song called Under Lock and Key. So I have a number 9, Under Lock and Key. So number 8 is a gospel song which came from a gospel album, and from 1976, Bruce Welch was producing Cliff, and I don't think he wanted to get involved in this one because it was a gospel project. He just didn't want to get involved in that sort of religious side of things. So Cliff actually produced the album himself, Small Corners, and the opening track is just a great gospel song written by Larry Norman, who wrote loads of great gospel songs, and Cliff actually recorded quite a few of them. And it's called Why Should the Devil Have All the Good Music? So I have that at number 8. So number 7 comes from an album which is very underrated in my opinion. It's an album called The 31st of February Street. And yeah, Cliff wrote, I think half of the songs he wrote himself. This isn't one of the songs he wrote himself, but I do love all the songs on the album. But for me, the one I have at number 7 in my top 10 favourite songs of the 70s is a song called No Matter What, which is the first song on side 2, which is a lovely country song, and I absolutely love it. So number 6 is another good country song, and I wish Cliff would actually sing this one in concert because I actually love it. And it's when people say he had his comeback in 76 with Miss Unites and Devil Woman and all that kind of stuff. This one comes from 1974, which did make the top 10 as well. So it's like 76 wasn't really that much of a comeback, and also the year before that he had Power to All Our Friends. But this one I first heard on this album, which I mentioned before, 40 Golden Greats. Was this is the actual album that was in the Cunningham household when I was growing up, and this is the album we had, and I used to play non-stop. And one of the songs I used to love on this is a song called You Keep Me Hanging On, which is number 6 in my favourite songs of the 70s. So number 5 is Cliff's biggest selling single of all time, We Don't Talk Anymore. And yeah, it's absolutely gem. It's just an absolutely fantastic pop song. It's probably one of the best pop songs ever written by Alan Turney. And yeah, I mean, I think every fan loves that song. I don't think he hasn't left it out of any concerts. It's still great to hear. He does open concerts with it sometimes. He closes concerts with it sometimes. It's just an absolute classic. Number one, and it was a top 10 hit in America as well. So We Don't Talk Anymore, which came from the album Rock and Roll Juvenile, is at number 5. So number 4 is a song that I'm sure a lot of people, when they're talking about their favourite Cliff songs of the 70s, they probably have this in the number 1. I have it in number 4, and it comes from the album I'm Nearly Famous, which is just, this is considered the comeback album, which Cliff didn't really go anywhere, but it was his comeback into the album charts, so it was kind of comeback. So so Miss You Nights would be, I reckon, a lot of fans' favourite song from the 70s, but it's number 4 for me, Miss You Nights. So number 3 is a song I mentioned before, which came from Every Face Tells a Story. This is, I think, the album, the American version of the album. This is the UK version. The song I have at number 4 is My Kind of Life, of course, and I absolutely love this song. It's a great opening track. As I say before, I love the re-recordings of Cliff that Cliff did. He done one in 1992, which is a kind of more rockier version, but I think my favourite version is the original album track, the original single, My Kind of Life. So number 2 I have, which is probably not in anybody else's top 10 again, and it's going to be no surprise if you've been following these polls of mine that I've been doing over the last few weeks, is a song called I Wish You Change Your Mind, and it was on the album I'm Nearly Famous again. And I just absolutely love that track. It's a lovely acoustic guitar, beautiful backing vocals arranged again by Tony Rivers, and it was written by Terry Britton, and it's just a beautiful song. I absolutely love the song. I've always loved the song, so I have it at number 2. And I'm going to keep this album in my hand because, of course, number 1 is the classic Devil Woman, and it has to be number 1. I think Cliff said that Devil Woman was his favourite of all his recordings. I think he said if Martian was to come down and ask him what he did for a living, he'd hand him Devil Woman. He goes, that's what I do. So Devil Woman is number 1 for me. So that's my top 10. I'll just run through them really, really fast again. Number 10, Life. Number 9, Under Lock and Key. Number 8, Why Should the Devil Have All the Good Music. Number 7, No Matter What. Number 6, You Keep Me Hanging On. Number 5, We Don't Talk Anymore. Number 4, Miss You Nights. Number 3, My Kind of Life. Number 2, I Wish You Change Your Mind. And number 1, of course, is Devil Woman. So, thank you again for checking out my top 10. As I say, they're just my personal favourites. You probably have a totally different top 10. Maybe some of mine are in your top 10, I don't know. But it's all down to personal choice. Once we all just keep listening to Cliff, that's the main thing. And thank you, and once again, have a fantastic day.